What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And this one, I want to break down what's going on with the overall market, what's going on with Tesla stock. I'm also going to talk about Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. Break down some very big news that just came out involving the US government and also what's going on with the market right now. Now, Tesla has some big news coming out for tomorrow. I'm going to break down their deliveries numbers and how they're looking so far too, and how this could affect Tesla tomorrow morning. Once again, before I say anything, let me just say that I am not a financial planner, so take none of this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you deposit $100 into the account, you are guaranteed 5 free stocks. Put in $1,000 and you're guaranteed 10 free stocks. If you put in $5,000, you are guaranteed 16 free stocks. One of them is guaranteed to be a free Tesla share or free Google share, and any could be worth up to $2,000. Now, if you want those 5 free stocks, you just have to put in $100, and the offer ends in just 2 weeks. Anyways, let's break down what's going on with Tesla in the market. So Tesla is up 1.56% for the day, but overall, I am a little bit concerned looking at the current delivery numbers. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. I'm going to break those down in just a few minutes. As a reminder, we have some bullish news for the market. Biden has signed a 45-day funding bill to keep the government open. This is bullish. This is likely going to cause a bounce for the market. Now, the market should bounce and start pushing up as a whole, and this is excluding Tesla because Tesla is going to be affected by its deliveries instead. But the market should bounce thanks to this. This is just like kind of kick the can down the road once again, and it's going to temporarily keep the government open until the next, expiration comes. But even though the market may pump as we open, we have this coming out for tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11 a.m., we have Jerome Powell giving a speech. When the guy talks, it could change how the market moves. So I believe approaching Jerome Powell's speech at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, the market should be pumping, and then we'll see what happens after Powell is done speaking. All right, so that's pretty much it for tomorrow, at least for the market. Now let me just go over the technicals very, very briefly and very quickly. We had a head and shoulders throughout the market, but now I think many of those may be invalidated. Now we have a cup and handle that could be forming on SPY, so I'm going to be watching it break 430 and then 432. I'm going to talk about Tesla in just a few minutes, by the way, so I'm going to skip that for now. And there's a reason why I'm doing that. For Aapl, we have a potential cup and handle. We're going to be watching 174 approaching Powell's speech. I think it could be pumping quite nicely thanks to the bullish news from the government shutdown being basically released for the time being. That's going to be delayed, if anything. So 174 on Aapl approaching Powell's speech. Then after that, we'll see what happens. Cup and handle could also be forming on the QQQ. Going to be watching this thing approach this 362 area. So we have this nice cup right here. Also the handle potentially forming for 362. Nvda should be testing 442, which is the 200 EMA, in my honest opinion. So I think that's very probable. I think Nvda has more upside potential as well. So that's it for the market for now. Now we're going to talk about Tesla. How are things looking? Tesla is going to be very different from the market for tomorrow because we have deliveries data coming out. Right now, Wall Street are expecting around that 454 to 460,000. I'm seeing different websites and articles saying different things, but somewhere between that range, 454 to 460,000 is what we're expecting. That may be a little bit hot of an expectation because when you look at the numbers, things are looking a little bit different. So tomorrow, before the market opens, that's when Tesla should be releasing their numbers, and we're going to be watching to see how this looks. To add on to this, I just want to mention that their sales in Europe so far are estimated to be at a slight decline because typically, the third month of the quarter tends to be the strongest month, and this may be a little weak for September after potential issues with demand and other things like that. That could be one factor. There could be other reasons behind that as well. Then we also have this news right here about their insurance data in China. So if you guys just look at the bars here, notice that the green ones are 2022, the yellow ones are 2023. The green bars are a lot higher for the last few weeks. If you look at basically the 34th, not the 34th, the 35th through the 38th week, those are the last 4 weeks of September. Just look at them. They're a little bit weaker for 2023 relative to 2022. So the insurance data is looking a little weaker, which tells me that we may see some declines. Some Chinese numbers came out for NIO and other companies. They were looking kind of weak, guys. So it makes me a little concerned. Tesla's numbers may not be the best. When you look at estimates, they're usually in the 440 to 460 range. The consensus is around 454,000. Let's see if Tesla can meet that tomorrow morning. If we do anything above 460,000, I think that can technically be bullish for Tesla, at least decent for Tesla. Anything above 465,000 would definitely be bullish. 460,000 would be in the middle. 455,000 would also be kind of in the middle, leading to a little bit of upside and sideways price action. I would say anything around 450,000 or less would be bearish for Tesla. That's my honest opinion, because there's going to be a lot of talk about the month, not the quarter over quarter decline that could have happened. So anything at 450,000 or less could be bearish for Tesla. So be very careful. If they do 445,000, 440,000, that could be bearish too. So just be very careful, guys. So the deliveries are not looking that great. We want to be very careful for the time being. And the numbers are just not looking as strong in Europe or China. So just be open minded nonetheless. All right. So, anyways, now let's talk about Tesla, how are things looking. So, from a technical standpoint, Tesla looks very flat, very indecisive during the last day. If they do 460,000 or more, there's a chance Tesla could bounce and try to hit this imbalance towards this 257 to 260 area. Okay, if they do 265,000 deliveries, we could see this thing rally back up to the 270s. Okay, like I said before, 400. Did I say 200? I meant 460. Let me restart. 465,000 plus. This thing is going to be going to 270. 460,000 or so, right? This thing could pump a little bit. 260 is on the table. If they give us 455,000, just barely meeting expectations, we could see a small pump and just sideways price action. If they give us only 250,000 flats, I could see Tesla trade sideways, maybe decline a little bit towards 240. And anything below 250, if they do like 249,000, 245,000, 240,000. This thing is going to be sinking towards 230, in my opinion, maybe even lower levels than that, because you have to consider that I think on the 4-hour chart, you can see we have a head and shoulders forming. If the top is in, we could see Tesla start to decline. So I just want everyone to be very careful. Tesla may start underperforming the market if the numbers are not that good. There's a possible head and shoulders. We have a left shoulder head forming. So be very, very careful. And my best job right now would be to just warn you guys about this. So for Tesla, I'm a very, very big bull on Tesla, guys. I want to be honest with you all. I'm super bullish for the long term. I'm super excited for what the future has. And to be honest with you all, it's awesome to witness. It's awesome to see the growth in the company, but there are going to be instances where the macroeconomic effects of the world have a negative effect on Tesla. There are going to be times where Tesla tries very hard and they do nothing wrong, and yet they still see declines. That is a part of business, that is a part of the world, and there's nothing that Tesla could have done about that. I do not hate Tesla. I do not want to hate this company in any way, shape, or form when I call it downside, because I'm a big bull, guys. I'm very bullish, and I see this as another buying opportunity. If there's downside, it's a buying opportunity. It's great because I'm a big bull for the long term. If there's upside for Tesla now, then that's also great because we have our shares. It's going to be very, very lucrative for us, very, very plentiful. But until the numbers come out tomorrow morning, I will see you guys tomorrow again. We're going to go over the numbers, and I can't wait to see how Tesla does. Thank you for listening, guys. I want the best for all of you. Tesla to the moon because the long term is still incredibly bright. And peace out.